to Neverwinter, back again. I forgot what I'm doing, but I'm sure that something like this will help me know. Okay, try to get all the orb quadrants, assemble the scrying orb. It'll take like 10 seconds. Meantime, I can pop a new professions task. I think I like to do just gathering early on and worry about smithing, because I'm not going to actually making anything until later. There's more than enough stuff that drops as rewards and things. Some in the future. Level 20. Okay. So I got 4 more levels before I can get this embroidered bag of holding. That's going to be pretty sweet. In the meantime, I have Plague Tower I can do for Symbol of Cerberus. Yeah, that's right. Let's see. I can go to Black Dagger a few levels early. Let's see, what is that lesser hit points armor kit? 100% hex and hit points. They're kind of pointless. You don't see a lot of them at the higher levels. They're not like enchantments that you usually see, at least as far as I know, in other games where you actually like buff up your stuff. So I'm not sure. We could do this boundary quest. Okay, so I do have the quest to give the orb to Sabella, so I'll go do that. Once I've done that, I can go take this, because I've played through Troubled Times enough. It's not that great. It's okay. I think I would just rather just do something new, that's something, even if it's a homebrew, it doesn't bother me. So we'll see what we have. It's a little cold in our apartment tonight, so
I foresee great things for you. Given the condition of the fragments we were working with, I think this orb turned out rather well. I would never attempt to use this for any sort of divination, but the orb's ability to reveal hidden caches of the benign order of the Third Eye should work just fine. I will keep the orb safe until I've discovered a likely location for uncovering caches.
Can I buy anything right now? I have 3. Okay. So I could do for but I feel like I get enough as it is. I never felt starved for Symbols of Cerberus, put it that way. So I'm not too scared. Just good. Recovery defense. That's good. I'm not sure why I didn't equip that last time. Probably got distracted. There might have been a few things that I was distracted by last time. But it's all good. I don't get seals from doing that when I was on the thing, so that doesn't matter either. Yeah, let's do the foundry. Because the only thing I'm really getting at is the Symbol of Cerberus. I'll get plenty of those leveling up. I'd rather do the foundry right now. Drizem Stone Axe. Never give your NPCs this kind of name. Your players will call him Jism. Don't ask me how I know that. But seriously, NPC names, DMs, when you name your NPCs, either do what most people suggest and have like 100, you know, or a handful, maybe not 100, a handful of names on your screen or something, where you can pick your Jesus, a lot of mucus built up because I'm sitting around the air conditioner and it's cold, so it gets in my airways. Or have some sort of like naming scheme, you know, so that you're, hey, that's cool. I like it. I like it a lot, actually. No. My Q was not on cooldown. It was not a cooldown. You're a quest giver. Potions. Where'd you go for me? Oh, thank you. Those ruffians and rapscallions would surely have done me in had you not come along when you did. I don't suppose I could impose upon you further, could I? These streets are rougher than usual. I'm not feeling particularly robust after that encounter. If you'd kindly escort me to the Wobbly Leg Tavern, I'm sure the proprietor, Kayla Gentleleaf, would be pleased to compensate you. I'm her minstrel, you see. Can't have a good tavern without a minstrel. Fiona Noteweaver is the name. Well, Fiona Noteweaver, it would be a pleasure. I've not been to the Wobbly Leg before. It's always good to know where the local watering holes are. A lot of you lot out tonight. Scroll case.
For the rebellion.
Oh, she's just more upscaling, so like, I'm missing dialogue? No, I'm not. Precious copper locket. We're not far away. Just watch out for more ruffians. It looks good. Very good use of greenery here. Most foundry makers forget the greenery and they make it kind of. But it's a really good touch. It cannot be understated. Yeah, I got my daily again. A good sky with a background of the tower, cloak tower, moons in the sky. Looks pretty good. Something's going on with the Forgotten Realms moon. It always looks kind of funny. Later on in the game, there's a zone where you basically have like a scale of the solar system and some stars, and this like it's like magically projected into this room. But it's fascinating looking, and yeah, there's something going on with cosmic bodies and the celestial bodies and this realm. Let's see. Identify some items we picked up. Using some of those scrolls we got. I got a crit ring. It needs a neck. Okay. And the neck is recovery. I have defense. I don't think companions need recovery. Crit's probably fine on a companion. I don't need defense or deflection either. How about move the enchantment? 40 copper. A rank 2? No. I mean, I'm not worried about a rank 2 at all. I'm not worried about money either, but yeah. And this is it? Okay, cool here. What's up, dudes? Careful there, stranger. These streets are crawling with troublemakers this time of night. No kidding, this poor one was beset by the fiends. Where were your men? That's exactly what I was going to ask. Has it gotten that bad? I'm sorry for your trouble. Resources are thin. With the orc incursion deeper in the district, our guards are needed elsewhere. Please just get off the streets while you're still able to. It's not safe out here. Duly noted. So at this point, the Wobbly Leg Tavern. Okay. So we can chat with the guy. It's not necessary for the quest. Oh, here we go. There's no sparkle on the door. Sometimes you forget how much you're looking for those hallmarks until they're not there. Pretty good. Pretty good intro. I mean, everybody, it's a standard help somebody, and then they make a request for your aid, and just promise a payment, so that's pretty good design. One thing about it is, from role-playing games perspectives, it's different from writing for a book. Role-playing, I think, since the characters are part of the story, they don't mind cliches all that much, unless they've already, unless they're particularly that way in their own character, put it that way, or they've seen it before in their own story or their own campaigns, or they know where you got it. Like my brother's a fan of Critical Role, so if I were to take things from Critical Role and use that in my game with him, where he's a player, he'd be like, "You got that from Critical Role," and it would take him out of the story. Other than that, players don't really seem to mind that. We made it. Fantastic. Let's go and find Kayla. She'll be thrilled to hear how you helped me out. Fiola. I like the name Fiola for minstrel. It's very themed. I've seen this bar a few times. Agent Agnut Bronzebelly. Dwarf Iron Cheese. Is that what you said? Dwarf Iron Cheese? Dwarf Iron Cheese. I don't know what to make of this. Is there a quest trail? No. Oh. You know, if I was paying attention to things? I got a clever man. Ah! Alandro Isaac. Fiola here was just telling me all about you. Many thanks for your kind actions. I'm not sure what's stirring up all the troublemakers and undesirables lately. It's bad enough around here with all the orcish activity deeper in the district, without humans running riot in the few undisturbed areas that remain. It was nothing, really. I ate ruffians for breakfast. How quaint. And your efforts shall be rewarded. Fantastic. I was hoping as much. I know an opportunity when I see one. That is good news. I wonder then if we might extend your usefulness. There is already a reward on the cards for you. Let's make it worthwhile. Please elaborate. You see those dwarves over there, at the far table by the fireplace. They need some cheese. Cheese? Cheese. Dwarven iron cheese, to be precise. Rare stuff. I guess I could get the cheese, but couldn't one of your tavern girls get it? We keep the dwarf iron cheese in the cellar. The odor's far too strong for us to keep it up here. But those dwarves have settled for no other cheese, but they're willing to pay good gold for it, too. I sent Rosamund down to the cellar an hour ago to fetch some, but the girl has not returned, and those dwarves are getting rowdy. The silly strumpet is probably dallying with some customer down there, which, don't get me wrong, brings an income itself, but that won't pacify a raging dwarf with a hunger for cheese from the homeland. Please, Landor Isaac, I implore you, get the cheese, and if you see Rosamund, impose your wrath upon her as much as you see fit. The girl needs a good fright. Or maybe she tripped and strained her ankle. You should be more concerned for the well-being of your staff, Kayla. You worry about the cheese. I'll worry about my staff. Please go and fetch it, before we both end up worrying about hostile cheese-obsessed dwarves. Oh, and before you go, let them know it's coming, would you? They're getting rowdier every second. Hey you, dwarf boy. The cheese is coming. You see that it is. Dwarf iron cheese. We'll accept no less. I know, dwarf iron cheese. It's on its way. Settle down, Stumpy. Stumpy? Not even a fellow dwarf dare call me Stumpy. Excuse me. Sneeze ruined my dwarf voice. Aww. Music's not too bad. Alright, into the cellar. This is definitely your level 1 adventure. Level 1's we're getting some cheese, and then things go out of hand. Because after their seasoned adventures, they react the way I react. I was like, cheese, that's it? Pretty sure there was a fire upstairs I could have invoked, but I forgot. Hey! The cellar is gloomy and dusty and smells quite unpleasant. Rosamund is nowhere to be seen. Rosamund? There's no reply. Ah, so I had to interact before I could go further. It's good atmosphere out here, by the way. The lighting, the game's lighting is very well used. So there's a lantern on the wall. It very much feels like a cellar. You'd be amazed what cellar lighting can do for you. One of those things that I wish I had. Oh well. So I was gonna say those stools stacked up though that way just seems like feels like an artificial barrier, which sort of breaks my immersion. But other than that, I'm very believing it. It's the atmosphere is very good. But yeah, like I said, lighting is a big thing, and it's just putting a few torches down. Most of the dungeons I find in this game are more lit than they really should be, so call out for Rosamond. Casks of ale line the walls, and the musty stench gets stronger as you probe further into the cellar, but there's still no sign of the tavern girl. Rosamond, are you there? There's still no response, but the smells grow steadily stronger. I feel like I could live with that like Worf. There's no response, but the smell grows steadily stronger. No, it's not quite Worf. There is no response, but the smell grows steadily stronger. Oh, before I look at that, looks like I found a person. Are you dead? Must be Rosamond. The girl is clearly dead, covered in scratch marks and cheese stench. A trail of bloody paw prints leads further into the cellar. I feel like I've played this before, but I won't spoil it. These crates stink. A foul, bitter, incredibly cheesy stench wafts forth from them. This must be where the dwarf iron cheese is kept. But the crates are empty. A trail of pungent cheese crumbs leads further into the cellar. The cheese has been stolen. Now I can't go back. Timid cellar spiderling. Oh, they're timid? That's cute. Oh no, it's not timid. Not timid at all, they're rabid. They're insistent upon their will. Oh, hold the wall. A breach in the wall! Someone has tunneled into the cellar. The crumb trail leads into the darkness. Okay, it's not a new map. It's not a new map, that's cool. Person put a lot of work into this. Ooh, it's an established tunnel with some structures. Ratlings! Fine, we're willing to talk and question the hell out of it. Okay. These are just rocks. Just rocks. One thing I learned about Neverwinter leveling up for starting it is it rewards you for exploration with the kit here out of this place here, or this or that, the other thing, or a chest. I like those things. So I think old habits die hard whenever I'm exploring the environments like this. If everything's not immediately presented in the front, I start exploring it. Even if it's to the side and it doesn't progress the story. It doesn't matter. Hey, cool. You have a name. You're probably going to be the dude I'm going to beat up. Lycanthropes. Level 17, fool. Map. I'm the 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 map. Whoa, whoa. Cool. I was thinking I'd have to wait to go invoke. So, that guy who had a name wasn't the person I thought. So, I gotta keep looking. Interlopers, kill, kill! Snitch. Ouchies! No more hittings, please! And talk. Where's the cheese? Cheeses! Pleases! No cheeses! Dwarven iron cheese. I know you have it. You creatures tunneled on the wobbly leg cellar, killed a girl, and skittered back here with it. Where's the cheese? Tell me now. No more hurtings, pleases! Cheese is not for rats. Rats dig, dig, rats fetch, fetch, but rats not eat cheeses. Master smells cheeses through walls. Master makes rats dig, dig, and fetch, fetch. Master takes cheeses. Master? Big cheese. Cheeses for big cheeses. So, big cheese. See, this would be a pretty great level of adventure. Especially for the DM's perspective, because you get to roleplay different stuff. Monster voices are pretty fun. Like the ratlings. Pardon me for a second. I don't have a button to toggle mute, or I would. That makes a loud clicking sound. Like I said, sleeping under the air conditioner. Rattling Twitcher. Yep, wait till the red circle goes away. Then attack. Typical MMO stuff. A cruel ring with a yellow border. It means it's common item, I think. But that still has stats. Mr. Scroll. I think it. This is a common item. It's got third and critical strike on it. Okay, so I'm going to use 14 levels of experience companions. That's fine. Tight squeeze here. Tight squeezes for cheeses. Rattling Scum. And a Ratamancer. This is like a Ratamacue. I have stats on my shield, but what's this comparatively? Less AC, more defense, more hit points. 7%. Let's do it. So if I click this, okay, and everything over 10 increases a 0.5% damage taken. Damage taken reduction. So I take 1% more damage, but I have more hit points and things. Not that it matters at this level. Big cheese. Looking for a big cheese. Especially for players who've never played Dungeons and Dragons. This would be a fine level 1 adventure. That's a boat. If water doesn't usually kill you in these games, I would go out and try to get it. Find a big cheese. Complete. I mean, I can't quite see, but I think it's a dwarf. If the rats aren't eating it, and it's dwarf cheese, then you would think the dwarf would eat it. A dwarf would eat it, right? The big cheese would be a dwarf. Whoa! What are you supposed to be? You're different. Come at me, bro. Seriously, what are you? I've never seen you before. Lord of Rats, the big cheese. I couldn't even tell what you were. That's how ugly you are. Return to the tavern. I can't route down here. What am I trying? Hitting the Z key for no reason. I have to walk back. I have to walk all the way back. The cheese! Give it back! Avenge the cheese lord! Avenge the cheese lord! Avenge the cheese lord! Your life for the cheese lord. Wish my heal worked on my... Oh, it does work on my companion. Nice. Gives a little bit of solidarity. Makes you feel like we're a team. Can I fall to my death now? I've done the thing. I've got the cheese. I've got to run back, don't I? I mean, there's going to be respawns. This is the part where you'd have a skip in your narrative. Cheese thieves! Murderers! I just thought of something. So, in the game they give you a companion. Honestly, I feel like that's the greatest justification for them. If you know what I mean, like whenever you encounter a mob and it says kill them, it's you and your companion. Even if you're solo, it's you and your companion. If you're in a group, it's you and your group. And I hadn't thought about that till now for some reason. Such. Ouchies. Ouchies. You're still here. Still here. Still hurting.
Nowhere to go, nothing to do. No cheeses to take, no holes to dig, no masters to feed. Just broken rat legs.
Well, indeed, that is most unfortunate.
You have cheeses. Can smell cheeses. Take it away. Take it far. Never come back.
His legs are broken? I didn't pick up on that at all. He broke his legs. He did it all himself. It was not me. I did not break his legs with my mace. I'm a paladin. I would not stoop to such things. That's where your paladin or cleric player could offer to heal them. And if they turn over a new leaf. Probably get a new follower. Players like it when stuff that they defeat turns into like a reward like that, like to get a follower to do their business, bidding and things. Or just a friend. Better patch up that rat hole. So now we're contracted labor too, huh? We don't just have to fix the problem. We don't just have to go get the cheese and kill the dudes and find the girl dead, but... Hey, wait a minute, isn't her body back in there? No, her body's still down here. Okay. Should be good. I think her body's down here, actually. I'm pretty sure. Find the body, then the spiderlings, then the ratlings. That makes sense. I wonder what kind of monsters the rats would fall under, like kobolds, basically. And they're just reskinned kobolds. Nothing wrong with that. People love kobolds. People love the kobold. If I may be so bold. Are you kidding me? Aww. Invisible walls, man. Exploration. Interaction, exploration, and combat. So, let's see. Exploration did pretty good. Turning exploring cellar turned into caves, and that always is fun. The changing the environment there. Good touch with the tunnel, having the structures on it. Kind of shows that the ratlings have burrowed through the underbelly, and then they've gotten to the cellar of the inn here. The cellar itself was a bit large, maybe a little bit unbelievable for how big this inn is, because you see how big this inn is. It was about 2 or 3 times how large than it should have been. And cheese! We want dwarf iron cheese! I thought I got the cheese. Oh, do I have to put it on a plate? I have to put it on a plate. Place the cheese on the plate. Enjoy your strong cheese. Aha! Finally cheese! Glorious dwarf iron cheese! By Moran's bristly beard, we could smell it coming while you were bungling around in the basement. Stand aside, that cheese is mine! The drooling dwarf eagerly reaches for the pungent cheese. Enjoy, good Sir Dwarf. Hang on a second. What's this? What is this? The cheese! It's nibbled! You've been nibbling my cheese! You take me for a fool, eh? There's a great big bloody tooth-shaped hole on the side, and you reek of the stuff. That's my cheese you've helped yourself to. Two is spelled wrong. Oh no, it must have been the creature in the basement, big lumpy smelly thing with a legion of ratmen underlings. Pish and tosh! Never heard such nonsense from a cheese thief before. You're gonna pay for this, wretch. This was my cheese, bought and paid for, and you've jumped on it. Look, this is all a misunderstanding. Maybe Kayla will give you a refund. I don't want no bloody refund. I want my cheese. Get 'em, lads. Cut right out of their thieving, lying bellies. Suddenly you got an accent. The DM says maybe they'll give you a tip. No. He wants to kill us. Suck that, you stupid jerks. And meanwhile, people party like nothing happened. And someone says, did you see that? Okay. What the hell was that, Alejandro Isaac? I might ask you the same. This place is madness. You'd better explain yourself. You were gone for ages, and now that you're back, you've gone and knocked out my highest paying customers. Talk, Alejandro Isaac. Talk now. You need to get the Neverwinter Garden here, or at least hire some adventurers to throughout the cellar. Rosamund's down there, quite dead. Rosamund. Dead? And what proof do you offer that you do not simply have your way with her and do her in? Well, for start, there's the hastily patched up tunnel that's been dug into your cellar. You want to get that fixed as soon as possible, by the way. There's a legion of dead rats at the other end and a big dead yellow lummox. They broke into your cellar and ran off with that accursed cheese. The cheese? They were after the cheese? Curse that shady dwarf merchant! He said the stuff was desirable to his kind, but I didn't expect monsters to smash through my walls to get it. Desirable is an understatement. That Agnut fellow was quite obsessed with it. Those dwarves went berserk when they saw the sorry state the creatures below had left it in. Probably best to cut my losses and get rid of the horrendous stuff, I fear. It's far more trouble than it's worth. I can't have my customers assaulted by maniacal dwarves and underworld assailants every time a platter is served. Look, I'm really sorry for all this trouble. This really has been a spectacular disaster for both of us. Here, take this key. It's for the VIP quarters around the back. You look like you could do with a break, a chance to rest up. On the house. Just don't break anything. And wash that cheesy stench off your hands before you soil the sheets. Come morning, I'll reward you for your efforts as promised. We can both put this unfortunate turn of events behind us. Thanks, appreciate that. That'll also be good with 5th edition. Unlock the door. The 5th edition, getting a long rest. The adventurers will get a long rest before the next part of the quest. Wash your hands. If we're going to bed, take off the armor. Press mouse forward to get some rest. Pretty good. As far as interaction goes, yeah, it was pretty cool talking to the snitch. Like I said, it's fun as DM. In that case, yeah. Whatever I am, the player, doing the monster voices. Okay, I have to press M4 to interact. Okay. You let out a weary yawn. Your head is spinning and your vision is hazy. You feel like you just had the worst night's sleep ever. Time to move on. Better go find Kayla Genderleaf and wrap this business up. Oh! What are these things? Delusions. Oh, okay. Well, this is a dream. I'm putting my armor back on. You bow your head before the mysterious altar and pray to your patron deity for guidance. No guidance is forthcoming. You feel disconnected from the higher powers. But what's this? A floating wheel of cheese appears before you. So fascinating. So tempting. You reach for the cheese, but just as your hand is tantalizingly close, it vanishes. What is this madness? More delusions? Yes. Hideous. Hideous things. And they're all about the cheese. What the? This is not right. You feel vaguely hungry. This cannot be right. Some of that cheese would be nice. What's going on here? Am I dreaming? So you think the adventure is done, and it is not. What's the cogwheel on for? Cogwheels on. You see that, right? That's a dead body. Your tummy rumbles loudly as the seemingly endless corridor before you distorts and shifts. You really are quite hungry now. All you can think of is dwarf iron cheese. Predecessors. Ooh, and they're looking. Gurgle. Cheese! You must have cheese! You could smell it everywhere and yearn for it with every fractured part of your body and mind. Cheese! The players would be having a good laugh at this. About how the cheese is made of crack. Probably. Worshipping predecessors. Reach for the mysterious floating cheese. I can invoke. Hey, you said I was disconnected from the higher powers down here, but I can still invoke. Cheese is ours! Cheese bulk. He looks like a monster. The demons! Demon cheese. Okay. That whispering. Cheese Lord. How great would this be if it was like underlings of the god of gluttony or something like that? Defeat the false cheese lord. You must be the cheese lord. Acting with desire, you reach hungrily for the cheese. Finally, you are mine. Eh? What? No, finally, you are mine. No, child, it is definitely you who are mine. Submit. Feast. Be one with us. So hungry. You want it so very much. Relent. Resist. Ooh, what was that? Relent. Resist, Elandra Isek. Resist with all your soul. The other voice. The sweeter voice. It's so familiar. Resist. Yield to me. Join us. We are delicious and almighty. Be strong. A melodious voice. A voice that speaks sounds of promised freedom. Is that Fiola? Yes, Elandra Isek. Be free! No, ignore her. Join us, for we are all that is and all that will be. Break free! You can do it! I mean, when it comes to cheesy dialogue... I'm sorry, that's terrible. I need a drink. Elandra Isek, you did it. You broke its hold. You're dreaming. Some kind of compulsion has been put upon you. Please, wake up. You can do it. You can do it. Fight through the madness. I can do this. Wake up. How do I wake up? Fight the worshippers.
Join us. We are legion. We are worshippers. We are cheeses.
Cheese puns abound. Time to wake up. Thanks, Viola. You're awake. I was so worried. You were having some kind of nightmare, tossing and turning and screaming. You scared off all of the IPs. Kayla would have had your hide if she'd noticed. Fortunately for her, she's got her hands full out front. It was terrible. I felt like I was losing myself. Losing yourself? To what? Now that you mention it, you did go a horrible shade of yellowish green, or being to froth at the mouth. Thought I was going to have to find a healer for a moment there. Can't have sick people spewing all over the VIP quarters. We never get the stains out. At least, not those stains. But geez, Fiona, there was something terribly wrong with it. You were there. I think you saved me. I saved you? If by saved you mean prodded with a spoon until you stopped yelling, well, I certainly did that. I guess that makes us even. You saved you from ruffians, I saved you from cheese dreams. Seems a fair trade. I don't think it was just a dream, Viola. There's something really not right with that dwarven iron cheese. It does things to your mind. No wonder Agnat was so obsessed with it. I need to see Kayla. Gosh, how terrible. Kayla's up to her earlobes in at the moment out front. Let's go and find her. Thanks again, Fiona. You really did save me, you know. Really? Fiona grins. Anytime. Are you flirting with me? Just enjoying some of the dialogue these things have. You, want to open the door? Thanks. Probably it's just too close with any followers. Bloody dwarves, look at this mess. Look at this mess. Outrageous behavior. What happened? You happened. You and that bloody crazy dwarf, Agnar Bronzebelly. I've never seen anything quite like it. I had my girls tend to the dwarves, banded their wounds, even patched up their demon's pantaloons. Yet, were they grateful? Were they considerate? Of course not. When that Agnar Coon discovered I'd chucked the rest of that foul cheese down the privy, he went ballistic. Flipped the table right over, started throwing chairs and cutlery around, and stormed off with his cronies. Between that bitter dwarf and the mess you left in the cellar, I'm going to have to close the wobbly leg for days just to get this disaster cleaned up. A shambles, an absolute shambles. Kayla, there's something going on here beyond angry dwarves and tossed furniture. That angry dwarf iron cheese. You said it came from a shady source? I think there may be more to it than I realize. Yes, I traded it for it with an odd dwarven merchant who was passing through Tower District a few days ago. He said no dwarf could resist the stuff, and he was right. We've had a steady flow of them ever since. But dangerously obsessed dwarves are not something I want to deal with. I've already made a profit on the cheese, so get rid of it. Wobbly legs simply can't cope with this kind of nonsense. Oh, poor Rosamund. Whoever's responsible for this must be apprehended. You did the right thing, Kayla. We need to report this to the Neverwinter Guard. There's something very strange about that cheese. It seems to bend minds. The stink on it on my clothes nearly drove me mad last night. If it weren't for Fiona, I don't know what might have happened. Troubling indeed. If there's more of that stuff out there, I shudder to think about it. Fiona, be a dear and report this to Sergeant Knox, would you? Meanwhile, you need to get out of Landhill. The sooner the better. Well, look, I know things get out of hand, but there's only one person to blame. Whoever's behind that accursed cheese. You misunderstand. Agnar is still out there, and he swore revenge on you. We made sure you stayed safely hidden away in VIP quarters where the girls are tending to him. While the girls were tending to him, but when he stormed off, he was quite forthcoming about his intent. He's gone up to the crags to get his kinsman. He's going to bring a legion of the buggers back here. He'll turn Tower District upside down to find you. I'll not have any more harm come to the wobbly leg, Landro. I'm sorry, but for both our sakes, you need to go. I see. Well, thank you for the warning, Kayla. That's quite all right. Get moving. Oh, and that reward I promised you for rescuing Fiona, it's waiting for you in the footlocker by the exit. I hope it's of some use to you. Now be gone. We both have too much to do to stand around yapping. Is this goodbye? Yeah, I think this is goodbye. It's a shame. I wish Fiona would come with us. To be continued, mouse 4. Thank you for playing the Wobbly Leg. Part 1 of an ongoing series, the Dwarven DeWitt Dilemma campaign. Also, my very first Foundry submission. Not bad. I really hoped you enjoyed your playthrough and hope the random rolling loot gods will be kind to you and gave you something worthwhile from the loot chest. From the reward chest. Please join me for the second part of this adventure when it becomes available. Will Agnar Bronzebelly get his revenge? What was the dwarf iron cheese and who was responsible? Only time will tell. If you would like to leave more feedback than a review per panel permits, feel free to @revolting, or leave a comment at tinyurl. Blah. And remember, if you accidentally close the review window, you can reopen it with /UGC show review gen. Happy adventuring. That's cool. Revolting Watcher. Congratulations, adventurer. Well played. Yeah, put whatever you want. I'll give it 4 stars. And tip 580. With story focus. Solo friendly. Unusual humor, exploration. Roleplay eventful. Okay. Cool. I can leave now. Thank you. Do you get the follow-up quests, or do you have to do you have to search them out? Oh, no, it doesn't look like you get the follow-up for it. Let me open up. How do you get to the Foundry again? Landing page? Catalog? Here we go.
Let me play something for you.
Oh dear. Where is it? Let me search Dwarven Dilemma. Oh. There we go. More by the author. Oh no! Duty Part 1, the wobbly leg. You'll come away with this for the newfound hatred of cheese. Behold the power of cheese. So that's all there was? There's just this one? Is this last edited August 2018? So this was featured way back in the day. Okay, so okay. It finally ended. 2 stars. Cheese trip, woo. Okay, so that's all they ever made. That sucks. For now, I'm gonna vet these a little bit more, and if I play something, it's gonna be. I presume it's gonna be something that might go somewhere. That is the thing about user-generated content, is that somebody could pour their heart and soul into something, and then someone could also have made one, never made another, and you get started on it and think there's gonna be more, but there's not. I never went anywhere, so that's interesting. People get to doing things, but still. It says, I know heal. No. I know heal. No. I invoke. I stay. I stay. I invoke. I don't like coupons. No, I like coupons. I don't like these ones though. Take up an inventory slot. Alright, that didn't quite get me to 18. So I might still do trouble times, but that's gonna save it for another time. I'm gonna take a quick nap before I have to go to work. Alright guys. Thanks for joining me, and until next time, safe travels.